The Skeletal March, the reign of the Abyssal Spider Crab. The camera of a remote-operated vehicle pans across the vast, featureless abyssal plain, 4,000 meters below the surface. At first, the sand appears empty. Then, the lights catch a forest of spindly, pale sticks rising from the ground. But these are not sticks, they are joints. As the lights move, the forest begins to shift. A single leg, over 5 meters long, lifts slowly and plants itself further ahead. Within seconds, hundreds of these skeletal giants emerge from the gloom, their leg spans stretching across the horizon like a web of bone. The silent march of the abyssal spider crab has begun, and the seafloor is no longer a desert, but a moving carpet of chitin and claws. The introduction. The Japanese spider crab is famous for being the largest arthropod on Earth, but legends and deep-sea surveys suggest a much more formidable cousin lurking in the true abyss. The abyssal spider crab is a creature that pushes the limits of biological engineering. In an environment where food is scarce and pressure is immense, these creatures have evolved a form that is both efficient and terrifying. Unlike the crabs we know, which scuttle sideways in shallow tide pools, these giants move with a slow, deliberate grace across the silty plains of the deep. Their presence is a reminder that the ocean floor is not a graveyard, but a vast, dark stage for some of the most alien life forms imaginable. To see a swarm of these creatures is to witness a phenomenon that feels less like biology and more like a scene from another planet. The anatomy of a giant. The defining feature of the abyssal spider crab is its leg span. While its central body, or carapace, might only be the size of a large shield, its legs can stretch to incredible lengths, sometimes exceeding 10 or even 15 meters. These legs are not just for movement, they act as highly sensitive sensory arrays. Each leg is covered with thousands of microscopic hairs that can detect the faintest chemical traces or vibrations in the water, allowing the crab to smell a falling carcass from miles away. Their exoskeleton is a marvel of deep-sea adaptation. It is not rigid and brittle like a common crab's shell, but slightly flexible and infused with minerals that prevent it from imploding under the weight of the water column. Their color is typically a ghostly white or a pale translucent orange, a result of living in a world where pigment is an unnecessary luxury. Their claws, though seemingly small compared to their legs, are precision tools capable of picking delicate morsels out of the sand or shearing through the tough hide of a sunken whale. The Great Migration of the Sands. One of the most mysterious aspects of these creatures is their social behavior. While many deep-sea animals are solitary, the abyssal spider crab is known to gather in massive swarms. These legions can consist of thousands of individuals, moving in a coordinated fashion across the abyssal plains. Scientists believe these migrations are tied to marine snow, or the discovery of a large food source like a shark or whale. When a food source is located, the crabs descend upon it in a flurry of long limbs, creating a writhing mound of legs that can be seen from a distance. This collective behavior is not just for feeding, it is also a defense mechanism. In the open desert of the deep sea, there is nowhere to hide. By staying in a massive group, the crabs create a confusing forest of limbs that deters even the most aggressive predators. The climax. The shadow over the abyss. The true terror of the abyssal spider crab is felt when they encounter a man-made object. Imagine a deep-sea laboratory anchored to the seafloor. The researchers inside hear a persistent rhythmic tapping against the hull. They turn on the external floodlights to find themselves surrounded. The long, spindly legs of the crabs are draped over the structure like the silk of a giant spider's web. The climax of such an event is the sheer scale of the encounter. The crabs do not attack, they simply exist. They climb over the structure, their claws scraping against the metal, their massive, unblinking eyes reflecting the lights of the laboratory. It is a moment of profound isolation, being trapped in a small bubble of light while thousands of skeletal giants march past, their legs spanning the entire field of vision. It is the realization that we are intruders in a world that belongs to the long-legged masters of the sand. The rivalry of the floor. Despite their size, the abyssal spider crabs are not without enemies. They exist in a constant rivalry with other deep-sea scavengers, such as the giant isopod and the hagfish. However, the crab's height gives it a unique advantage. By standing high above the silt on its stilts, it can survey a larger area and move faster than the crawling scavengers. This rivalry is a slow-motion war for survival. When a carcass falls, it's a race to see who arrives first. The crabs use their long legs to step over obstacles and reach the prize, using their sheer numbers to push away smaller competitors. It's a world where being tall and having a wide reach is the difference between life and death. The legacy of the chitinous giants. The abyssal spider crab is more than just a monster of the deep. It is a vital part of the ocean's nutrient cycle. They are the ultimate recyclers, turning the waste of the upper ocean into life in the abyss. Their migrations redistribute nutrients across vast distances of the seafloor, supporting a hidden ecosystem of smaller creatures that live in their shadows. Their legacy is one of endurance and adaptation. They have survived for millions of years in an environment that would kill almost any other creature. They remind us that life finds a way to flourish in the most extreme conditions, often taking forms that challenge our definitions of beauty and grace. The conclusion. The abyssal spider crab remains one of the most hauntingly beautiful sights in the deep ocean. They are the ghosts of the seafloor, moving with a silent, rhythmic pace that has not changed since the dawn of time. As we continue to explore the dark trenches and the wide plains of the abyss, we will undoubtedly encounter these legions again. Each sighting is a gift, a glimpse into a world that is vast, cold, and filled with wonders that defy the imagination. The skeletal march of the crabs will continue, a never-ending parade of giants under the crushing weight of the sea, guarding the secrets of the dark sand and the eternal night. They are the true owners of the abyss, and we are merely temporary visitors to their kingdom.